that LinkedIn will play along because sometimes it's sometimes it's being naughty. All right, let's see. Okay, we're live on YouTube. We're going live on LinkedIn and we're live on Facebook, so we're all set. That's good. That's great. All right. Welcome back to Odys Talks, everyone. Huh? Everyone's here all right. All three of us are here. All right, that's good. All right, sorry for that. Yeah. Once again, welcome back to Odys Talks. This is our first ever Odys Talks special edition, Lasso special. We'll get into that in a few moments. Naturally, this live stream is presented to you by Odys Global, your one-stop shop for age domains, premium domain names, and websites as of recently. And all of the things you can find in our marketplace pass our very strict due diligence process. So you can always be certain that whatever you get from our marketplace meets the highest of standards. All right. So I'm joined today by Andrew Fiebert, the founder of Lasso and its CEO, and Jamie IF, who's already been on the live stream a couple of months ago. He's the head of marketing department at Lasso. I'll give the guys a chance to introduce themselves as well. So yeah, let's kick it off. Andrew, why don't you go first?
Yeah. First, thanks for having us on. I'm super excited. I was an affiliate marketer once upon a time. I mean, I still am. And, we weren't doing just Amazon. And so it wasn't really easy of just like jamming Amazon links in the site. We were a personal finance site and wound up making Lasso so that I could actually earn a decent amount of money on my site.
Mhm.
My friends wanted it, I gave it to them. And then everyone wanted to talk to me about this tool that I had made and not about the actual site that I was spending all my days building. And so I think that was like the sign. I just need to go all in on it. Yeah. And so uh, use Lasso on my sites. We have a ton of people using Lasso, and it's just really fun to be part of the community. And it's actually how I met Jamie.
Oh, awesome! I actually just noticed the cool cactus on your wall.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Awesome, awesome. So you're like not just the person who put out the product out there and got it like promoted all over the place and forgotten about it. You're actually using it yourself.
The original version was built by me. I'm a developer.
Yeah.
I was like a podcast host at one point, so I kind of like did all of these things. But yeah, I mean, I love building it. It's just so much fun. Um,
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Jamie.
Hello. Yeah, so I'm more of a traditional SEO affiliate marketer in that for the last few years it's been running my own sites. More recent
Oops. Jamie.
Can you hear me?
We
yes,
can right
you
now.
Did it
You
stop?
disappeared for a couple of moments.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, so from having a technical issue, Andrew helped me out and we got talking, and further down the line we end up discussing, and now I was already a Lasso user. I was a customer, a very happy customer. Lasso helped me make more money from my sites, and we got talking, and then now joined the team, and now I mix and match the affiliate sites with helping to market and get Lasso out to the world and help other people make lots of cash.
So it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Okay, let's see if my little media thing is working today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, couple of live streams ago, it just didn't want to go live. So yeah, I wasn't sure it's gonna do it today. So that time I had to do it myself. Imitate Bruce Buffer. All right. So one thing I was pretty surprised about, well, while preparing for this live stream and going through Andrew's LinkedIn profile is that you, Andrew, actually have an IT background. You're pretty a tech guy. You're really a tech guy. So, well, you've already told a little bit about your journey, but it's really interesting. How did you like actually like transition from being a really tech guy to being an affiliate and got into this entire thing?
Yeah. At the time, okay. So I was working at an investment bank. Uh, I started at this company. It was called Lehman Brothers. It was a lot of fun. They're not around anymore. We became Barclays, and around that time, I was living in Hoboken, and in Hoboken, New Jersey, and Hurricane Sandy came. I was in a first floor apartment with my at the time girlfriend, and we had nowhere to live. So, because we were pretty much like washed out of our place, we moved in with my mom before we could like find a spot. And I was so bored because I didn't have like a social life. I basically like washed away. I just started like making websites, and it kind of had a life of its own. I was always a personal finance nerd. I loved talking about it. Met a friend, wound up like basically like berating him on Skype because that was what we used at the time. And then my wife was eventually my girlfriend became my wife. She's like, "You guys should record this." We did, and it just like blew up. And eventually, it made so much more money the site than my day job. I quit, and then I just like laid on the roof and sunned while everyone else is at work.
That's like that sounds like so many other stories. So, for example, there's Doug Connington, who was project manager. There's Matt Diggity, who was the like electrical engineer, and Robert Nixiel from Poland, one of the top level SEOs these days. He also has background in engineering. Another like high level tech guy, and I don't know if you ever got to speak to him. I actually hope to get him on the, on the live show uh, one time. I mean, it's like his brain is wired so differently. He thinks in, I don't know. He basically thinks in data sets.
I'd
Yeah,
probably get along with him.
yeah, I think so too. Yeah, so yeah, right. So now, now that Lasso has come along, it's been around for a couple of years. To be honest, I've learned about it when Jamie first told me about it, like this spring. I'm not an affiliate, so the listeners and viewers already know about it. But yeah, so I only learned about it this April, I think. And like word by word, we decided to do this some sort of collaboration. I'd say, did a couple email exchanges and then just kept in touch because the we found some like common ground between what Lasso does and what we at Odys do. Uh, Speaking of, how do you yourself, both of you guys, see this like conjunction between age domains and affiliate marketing, and how do they stack up for Lasso users?
So I think what's interesting, Jamie's an SEO. I am, I guess, also an SEO. If you have a site, you kind of do that. All of our customers are just like Jamie and I. They're either set out to build a business or accidentally fell backwards into something. And uh when I started, it was like really easy to rank in the SERPs because like no one was doing anything. Like people didn't even have Ahrefs accounts. I had an Ahrefs account, which made me like bleeding edge. I thought it was like our competitive advantage. But now like it's so wicked like competitive. You need to do other things. You need to really think holistically. And I know a lot of our bigger customers look to you guys for help, whether they're like rolling in age domains into something they have existing or they just want to start not at zero.
Hmm.
Um, and so, yeah, I mean, we just have like a lot of publishers who want what you guys sell.
Jamie, you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, there's just there's a lot of synergy. Um, with affiliate marketing becoming so much more competitive, and with Google like basically to an extent discriminating against anything that isn't a newspaper or doesn't have like the type of links that you can't get anymore. The value of historical links that you can't get anymore is only going to become more important as links become less of a commodity and content becomes more of a commodity as well. I used to just think, oh, I'll get a cool brand name, and now I instantly start looking for domain and start from the middle rather than the bottom in. And once you started making, the time becomes so much more important, especially minimizing the lead time to like making your first dollar, to being able to rank, to being able to get affiliate commissions. And to me, it's a no-brainer to seek out what kind of historical reputation you can take advantage of and accelerate your way, especially when there are some keywords that are worth, 20 times more revenue per month than others. But they're
Yeah.
often restricted to, sites that have done the time to be able to get there. And if you want to start doing your time from the beginning, you can. But I'm a selfish capitalist, and I'd rather get there as quickly as possible. And that for that reason, I think there's a lot of synergy between high level affiliate marketing and from buying your way to the top and the front of the queue with an age domain.
Yeah, yeah. While you were talking, I kind of like felt some of the Charles Float vibes. You know, when you mentioned magazines and stuff like Parasite SEO is somewhere there in the background looming. Yeah. So you guys are pretty much in a direct competition with companies like Ezoic, Mediavine, AdSense, right?
I don't think so. A lot of our customers are on Raptive and Mediavine for their, display ads, which are good. I mean, if you're writing the article, how many eyes does a horse have? You're really monetizing that with display ads. And, you're not like selling horse glasses. But for like the real valuable stuff, it actually winds up being only Lasso, or no, sorry, not only Lasso, only affiliate. Where if you're writing a review for an expensive product like Jamie's sites do, or you don't necessarily want competing clicks with display ads.
Hmm. Yeah.
But they're like two healthy ways to monetize a site. Most of our large customers are deep into both.
Hmm. Jamie, you have to add anything? Because
Yeah,
I can
so
see you nodding.
I still run Raptive ads on my affiliate sites, all but like a few number of affiliate pages have still got ads, and I will disallow them on certain ones for various reasons because the niche might be doing really well for affiliate, but the RPMs are historically so low that it does become like a not positive ROI. But even like I've only found about a 5% reduction in affiliate conversions from having ads, even if they are fairly visible. I think people have learned to mostly ignore them unless they find them interesting. And so, unless you're doing, 2000 RPM off the affiliates and 20 off the ads,
Hmm.
yes, you should not run them. And there's also like paid experience.
He disappeared again.
I do want to add one piece. So one of my sites, it's a gifting site, and we use Lasso to track the analytics on like clicks and revenue. And generally speaking, like about 55, ish percent of the people will click on the link, and not necessarily buy, but they'll at least click from the page. And then we started running Mediavine ads, and this is not a knock on Mediavine. I actually love them.
Hmm.
We're on the very low setting on desktop and mobile, so you can't go lower. Like the most paragraphs in between them, blah blah blah. When we run it on our gift site, display ads, the click rate dropped to about like 33%. And so
And now it's Andrew's turn to disappear.
oh my god, really?
Yeah, you just for like 2 or 3 seconds, so your connection broke.
Basically the click-through rate dropped so low it wound up, we were making money, but it was like instead of being handed a dollar, we're like bending down to pick up a dime. And
Uh-huh.
so for these pages that were like very monetized, it just didn't make sense to run display ads on them.
Hmm. Okay, now let's get to some of the like meaty, important stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, once again, I'll repeat it once again. I'm not an affiliate, and while preparing for this live stream, I've been checking through Lasso once again. I've been watching several videos, like overviewing your product and stuff. It's still a bit confusing to me because because I'm not an affiliate, you know. So it would be really great if you could basically tell us in detail, tell everyone in detail what sets Lasso apart from other similar tools and plugins. You know, the things that, yeah, what sets you apart
Yeah.
and what makes you better than other tools, basically.
So we are certainly a plugin, but it is one. We're more like a platform. And the plugin allows us to do so many things for publishers that, without a plugin, you just can't. But on monetizing your site is like just a
The Lasso display boxes, they've been split tested.
like
Millions and millions and millions.
impressions.
Get
10
a month.
and we work with them and
small
small customers, and so
exceptionally well.
so one,
Throwing the displays
or
or
the comparison tables,
copy what we do, and obviously like
they should
because it works. Difference is that
we're just constantly iterating on it. So
Mhm.
products might be broken out of stock.
It's
Constantly
like half of the
we literally hire someone
to just look at broken
out
out
of stock alerts and work
through
through
it.
it. And so Lasso services that
for you. So
associates. I think they started showing
showing it. We don't do just
Amazon if you're using like Chewy,
Home Depot, Fanatics. With a lot of these companies like Fanatics, where we just kind of get this
them.
and
It's not just
this plan, and then realize that a lot of publishers they kind of do things based on superstition on Twitter.
I heard someone like this, and so
they're
doing all these things. Like I have to put a button
in the middle of my post.
why,
And maybe they'll say this person did it, or it performs better, but they don't really know. And so our performance product helps you understand, like, one, how much revenue across all the networks you make, day, week, month, but it attributes it to like this specific link on your page. So you understand the ROI of your posts. That one that you spent like $400 producing that earns you no money, like you can learn one, like it doesn't, so I'm not going to go that direction, or you can iterate on it and see how it'll improve. And so our publishers, they basically learn rather quickly what works for their niche, and it becomes less, let me publish a bazillion articles, and more like, these are my 15 winners, and I can iterate on them and, increase revenue by 10-15% just by like moving things around. And so and we have like a lot of other really exciting things we're looking to launch, but the idea is, if you wanted to monetize with affiliates, we're looking to be end to end, publisher focused. Like, we will get you more revenue.
Awesome. Speaking of new products, new things you're about to launch, it might be like very annoying question, but I mean the landscape is such nowadays. Uh, Anything involved with AI?
We do have AI in Lasso, and it's been kind of like secret for a little bit while we've been testing it. But if anyone comes from hearing this and wants to play with it, you can use, like, I don't know, like a koala writer, and I'll write like a whole article for you, and that's like great, and everyone is doing that, so that's really table stakes right now. Like, good. But what the really great publishers are doing on our network is they're maybe using AI to understand the structure of the article that they need to create. Maybe AI is writing components of the article. Humans are writing some components where they just have experience with the product, or just an experience, hiking, whatever. And so it's really AI mixed with human. And if you start with a full AI article, it's really hard to bring the human aspect in. It's just a lot of editing. You almost have to like orient the article differently because it's not flowing the way you would. And so, what we've done, we're on the publisher sites. We have our displays, and we also have AI boxes, so you can with AI, it'll write just narrow components of an article for you in a WordPress editor. So some's written by a human, your editing team, some's AI that you could then even edit on its own. And so it helps really spin up. We don't want you to spin up a million articles, but the idea is you can really get articles up and going quickly, at a level that I think is competitive. I don't think Qual Writer is going to be competitive for the really monetized terms.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. And Jamie, have you been like doubling down on that lately in your affiliate marketing journey?
Um, I still avoid extensive AI for the most part because the stuff I'm going after, like you can't just like it has to be perfect because it's competitive, right? But if you want to
Yeah.
go after lower competition stuff, there are ways to programmatically with AI do like versus keywords and stuff like that that are less competitive that can be done. But if you're going after like best laptops and you're just koala writing it out, I'm not like unless you've got a parasite, you're not going to rank for it, right? And so the AI can help augment you when you know your stuff and want to, scale up your what you can produce in a day. For example, you know the products that you're promoting in the Lasso block. You know who it's for, best for beginners, best under $500. You've got the star rating and everything else for the CRO. The AI can augment what you're doing to convert and pull on the heartstrings of people that you have first identified and understand. Um, but I still think that one click affiliate stuff is not really a unique selling point. And so I think that we try and give you tools that allow you to get the most out of what you can do. Um, and let that be what makes you stand out and what makes you build a brand that's still going to be around in 5 years.
Hmm.
And I think people should keep what everyone else has access to in.
To what Jamie was saying, and I was creating articles when AI wasn't even a thing, and in my mind, it's always like 8 to 10 hours is what I would put into an article, or someone in the team would put in, before editing and the polishing touches. And now with AI, I think the number is still exactly the same. If you just whipped up a qual writer, qual article, like someone else can also do that. And so you're going to be out of the SERPs and it's a waste of your time, honestly. And so if AI removed 5 hours of work, it really would behoove you to put 5 hours in to additional research, stats, images, so the bar has just moved higher. It has become easier to make better things, but it's not necessarily easier to publish. And for the people that like
Yeah.
kind of take that time savings to the bank, they're just getting crushed.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think it's a way of getting the best quality stuff in the same amount of time that you can then use to put into infographics or collating extra. Like what AI is really good at, and what I use Claude more than ChatGPT for, is you can literally put your article in, put your competitors in, if you're like optimizing, for example, and you can ask it to give you a breakdown of everything that you don't have that your competitors have and everything that you could improve on. And it'll give you almost like a report card. Now, with the time that you're saving with everything else, you should be doing everything to fill in every gap and hole that you might not have had time to do initially, but with the time savings, you can both improve.
And you're saying improve the quality. And
Yeah.
I want to like just put a bow on that. Like I think it was, I don't know, Steve Jobs or someone far smarter than me who said more wood behind fewer arrows. And I really think it just is really important to, you could go wide, deep on a few really value, like it's just the yield will be so much better.
Hmm. Hmm. Guys, the things you were saying all this time, it's like pretty much bring so many pieces together of the things other people were saying during our live streams, like uh, for example, not necessarily about AI. So one thing you were saying is that about affiliate marketing, about what Lasso helps doing, is and the increased competition in the affiliate marketing space, is that today you have to be like doing so many things. You have to not just build a site, you have to like pretty much be everywhere. And this is the thing. For example, the last person was saying, the last person was Chris Judges, I think his last name is pronounced correctly, of Sir Links-a-Lot. So he was saying something like, whatever you do with your niche affiliate site is that you have to, in order to withstand the competition, you have to act like a real business, not like some guy sitting in your garage with a laptop, but actually like prove to Google that you're a legitimate real business, that you're a brand, that you have like socials, you have this authorship of the content you have on your website, and all those kinds of things. Like the when it comes to AI, it's also that you can pretty much like scale up the things you do, not necessarily let it do everything for you, but you can accelerate and like, yeah, increase the volume output of things you do. So yeah, it just really all blends in together, in this one conversation. Although it's been said on like in many different
I
conversations previously.
I feel like a lot of the like be a brand and all of these kind of things, it's like a very like tactical, like, oh, obviously I need a
Yeah.
logo, the colors and blah, 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 blah. And it just reminds me, so I ran a podcast for a while and we would just talk and
And we'd publish it.
we'd kind of plan it all out.
Sometimes
We
we
would
would
say
wrong. We'd say like, I don't know,
you could put $4,500 in an IRA in the US, and I don't know, maybe it was 4,800 or whatever the number was. And we had our email addresses, our faces were there. We had like communities on Facebook, and people would call us out. They'd be like, Andrew, you're wrong. And then we would have to kind of like address it, fix the episode. And so when I think of like this authority, trust, eat, and you could be like, I don't know, that means you have to be a backlink from here and whatever. But I think there's a person that you can go to and call them out on it. They're the expert. They're kind of running the
Yeah.
show. And so people trust them. And so when it goes to, building something, I think people like they their face almost. It's like be the face. And that right there is even just trust. And so you'll become an expert. Do it for 5 years, you'll be an expert.
Yeah, the best thing to learn something is to actually do it. Yeah. Damn it! I had just some questions sparked up in my mind and slipped away right this instant. All right, yeah. Getting back to Lasso, you are positioning the brand, the tool, uh, as as the thing that can help affiliate marketers in particular boost their revenue, their affiliate income. So what what is the mechanism of that? I mean, so how do they not lose a certain part of their revenue they would with other tools, plugins, systems, platforms?
So there's like really two camps. There's the hobbyist camp, and so they've made some tools, and the tools are the OGs of the space. But they're like one person, two people. They maybe cost like $30. And it's good. It's certainly good for when you start, but our customers earn a lot, and they expect that it'll work perfectly with their site. That 3% revenue loss, that's like a person on their team that gets fired. So being able to work with us, make sure everything converts at the highest level, that we're actually building forward, that you didn't like buy and integrate this tool that was made by this really cool guy in the 90s, but then like hasn't done anything since. So we're kind of like, we're doing that. I think it's just, I think that at the core, most of the companies that are of any size, their customers are the advertisers. So, their customer is
Mhm.
Chewy, and Chewy is the one that pays the money, and they're tracking Chewy's numbers, and they're making sure Chewy's doing well. And you just kind of happen to be in there earning a little bit, but you're not very important. And so the heart of what we're doing is, for once, I'm a publisher, Jamie's a publisher, and for once, someone should be fighting for us. We should be the customers. I don't want a free thing that there's like ads running against me. They're selling my data. Like, no, I want to pay what I think is a really reasonable rate for something super high quality, a team that will go to bat for me. That's that's like the belly fire that team forward. Almost everyone on the team is a publisher, has their own things on the side, and so that like journey, like we've all lived it. And when I started out, there was someone who, I stood on their shoulders, like, hey Andrew, do it like this, or I could help you, or let me just like fix this issue, like I did with Matt, you know. And so it's really rewarding for us to be able to, for them. It's like paying it forward. Someone pulled
Mhm.
us up by our bootstraps, earning revenue in a successful site, and now we could just do that for other people.
Huh. Oh, that's really a skin in the game attitude, you know.
We get
Awesome.
their problems. We've lived them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And by the way, have you just met online, or have you ever met in real life, you and Jamie?
So we
If you
will meet
come to
at FinCon in October, but we've only met online. Um, it just like it's weird.
That's
It's on I think they're calling it X now. And it's like, yeah, I can help you. Let's just jump on Zoom. It'll take 5 minutes, and I love the tech stuff. So if someone has a tech problem, it's like, come, please talk to me. I want to play with your site.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's definitely going to be like a very a surprisingly great meeting of you two, because I mean, one thing is when you meet and talk to someone online, even like having like long conversation, and obviously you do have uh, have, regular conversations from time to time, like, because you're working together, right? But I mean, for example, so last week there was this SEO Estonia conference, the first Estonia SEO conference in Tallinn, and it was way over the top great, and I got to meet a lot of people that I've already met online, or met some of them live, whether in Saigon this March, or at the affiliate gathering this May in York. But there was this one guy who's been on the live stream, Adam Cronister. So he's the founder of Enleaf company. So they're doing link building, various SEO stuff, uh, working as an agency. If anyone listening right now, you can go back to, I think, 2 episodes back. I think 2 episodes back. Yeah, the one before the one with Mark Webster of Authority Hacker, and watch it. He covers it pretty much in it. So I met him live in real life
Mm.
this past week, and yeah, well, we had some chat, some fun chat, and at some point I was outside smoking, and he was standing beside me, and I noticed that he has like holes in his ears, and I said, well, oh, looks like you've been wearing earrings. And he said, oh yeah, I've been wearing like the tiniest plugs. I just didn't want to stretch out my ears something too much, or something like that. And then we ended up talking about music, and I found out he was in a punk band. So we like sometime in the past, and yeah, we found this like some more common interests, because I've been playing in like punk hardcore bands back in my day as well. So we ended up talking about that, and right, like really bonded a little more. So when you get to meet people, you've been known online for a while, when you get to meet them in real life, it's something else. So yeah, I hope you both of you are looking forward to that.
I'm super looking forward to it. There's just something special. You share a beer, you just kind of
Yeah.
shoot the shit. Like you're actually in real life, and not this like internet thing. Get a
Yeah.
little like used to Zoom. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, uh the COVID times brought us to that.
Yeah, we almost like forgot that like we can go out there. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah, by the way, how did the advent of AI things affect Lasso when it just sprung up? So
To be
because
honest,
many affiliate marketers have been like
yeah,
either stressed out or started like looking for things. How should they take advantage of that, or should they at all? Or yeah, how did it affect your
I think a
platform?
lot of the super heavy AI stuff is still really niche, and the bigger like serious players, that it's just not all AI. It's just not. There's a lot of mostly human stuff there going on. I think when it first came out, and maybe more related to Google updates, a lot of like the publishers, some of them dropped out. Maybe there wasn't a business there, and they became demotivated. Um, well, by and large, most of our customers, some people have been hit with updates. And I think the way I look at it is this whole like online business thing is just a war of you're almost successful because you just didn't give up and you're still there. Um, I've been affected by updates. They're terribly demotivating. If you're earning at this level and it's halved, like your ego is crushed, whatever, but you kind of like get your act together, you fix it. And anyone who's out there that's big that you look up to, they've had terrible issues. They just pushed through. They just fixed it. Jamie himself has had some really rough times like within the last year, but it's one of those like come to Jesus moments where now you look at your site, you're like, I could actually see why Google
Okay.
changed their view on me. And you delete your garbage posts that you just thought were fine, and you make your best stuff better. And I've not seen anyone who like really puts their back into it just drop off. It's just sometimes you need like someone to crack the whip on you, and that's just Google.
Yeah, and by the way, I've seen that Google has just released another core update like these past couple of days,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Was it? How how did it hit you, and did it hit you hard?
We'll see over the next couple of weeks,
Any
right?
of you?
But it's impossible to tell until it ends. I don't want to touch because like it's been sometimes where like you start growing in the first like 3 days, and then a week into the 2 week rollout, it's just like zoom. So like you don't want to like like make preemptive.
Conclusions.
Go right, but I feel good.
Yeah. And you, Andrew?
I'm fine.
For now.
For now, I think one there's a bit of padding, and after I don't know what number updates you make it through, where like you just can't get your stress level to 100 anymore. It just you're kind of run ragged over this stuff, and if it happens, you just figure it out. I don't really think about them. It's something I'll read on X, but and I'll look to see if I'm okay, but it doesn't keep me up at night.
Yeah. All right. There's a question. First of all, there have been several people saying hi in our YouTube chat. So yeah, hi everyone again. And Doug Cunnington just popped in late to say hello. So
Hey,
hey
Doug.
there, Doug. Good to see you. There's been a question that's actually been put down since the very start of our live stream. So SEO expert Sandy Rowley is asking, Do keyword-rich domains still work in other countries for SEO? I'm not sure what she means about other countries, but I guess it's beyond UK and US. So, what do you think of that? What would you respond?
I don't do foreign language SEO, but from what it's a lot more. Uh, it's like 10 years ago from people like Charles Float that mostly do battle in foreign language SEO. Site in a niche that I'm in that published only in Swedish, and honestly, the Swedish, but I can tell that it's just like an AI could do better, and it ranks for like some of the top keywords in the niche. And I'm like, I would like to get involved in this. I'm not sure how relevant, but it seems like you can get away with more like there's less of like a in moderation with keyword density and everything else for like exact matches and
Obviously that comes with a lower like target audience
in return.
There's just a lot less competition. And if you're looking to sell bikes and you could translate something in English to, I don't know, another language versus just the local things, and you could do really well. You could translate stuff and it'll work, but if you could put a little bit more in, we see people crush with that.
Yeah, yeah. There's, for example, our Odys's longtime friend and member, and I think uh, I'm honored to name him, to call him my friend as well. Azedine Digidid from Canada. Uh, he's also in the foreign SEO. He's creating sites in French. I think it's French, Spanish, and I think Italian or Portuguese. I don't remember the third one. And yeah, he's crushing it. He's totally crushing it.
Nice.
He understands the markets, the local markets. I mean, so, and he even like divides what when creating sites in Spanish. He divides like those meant for Spain and those meant for Mexico, for example, because those are completely different markets. People are completely different. They have different mentalities and everything. So yeah,
I think that's it.
there's
You
a
have to
lot of
realize that they're
potential. Yeah.
different people. You can't just like translate
Yeah.
it and then, you have to talk to them because they're different people.
Yeah, you have to appeal to their needs. You have to
Yeah.
understand what they're looking for, and like their even such things as their budgets. So yeah, you can't offer you can't place you can't put the same offer down like Mexican people throats that you would normally do in the US, right?
Yeah. It
Yeah,
it kind of sounds obvious, but the tactics manual of SEO, all the pages are just obvious human things.
yeah.
It makes sense, but you know.
Okay, let's do this little growth blueprint exercise we do every single live stream. I'm going to share my screen in a second. I think. Yep, this is it. All right, so I asked you guys to go through this domain, moderncomment.com. It's an age domain. It's 10 years old, obviously in English language, DR37, 133 referring domains, and 7 authority links, including Forbes.com, Inman.com, NeilPatel.com, and Entrepreneur.com, and a few others. If you want to check this domain, you can go to the description box and find the link to it right there. So previously, it hosted the site of a Chicago-based social media marketing tool. That's pretty much it from what I can tell about it. And our like general recommendation for it is to create a website that reviews digital marketing tools, apps, and analytics platforms monetized by affiliate programs. So I hope you did have at least a couple of minutes to take a look at it, take a look through it, stats and things. How would you use it if you owned it? What would you
Sure.
build out on it?
I had a quick
Go on,
look
Jamie.
through,
Go on.
and it's a good name, right? And it makes sense. like with these things, sometimes you'll get a really good Asian links in the world, but it's got a terrible name. And you think, okay, maybe that's gonna have to be the victim of like another redirect, right? Just for a brand. But this one you can keep. With this one, a lot of the referring domains are going to a stats page. Anything else? It was like a customer service stats page. And so that is clearly an important URL that I'd consider. I think like directly taking stuff from the Wayback Machine, but like at least like restore the page or create your own piece of content for that to recapture that. Make sure you don't start losing those links as domains realize that that doesn't go anywhere anymore and start like getting those away. And just from what I've seen and what I've promoted and what I know exists, a lot of these social media tools are recurring affiliate programs, and I mean they're pretty competitive. And so I don't think you're just going to rank for best Facebook scheduler. But as we've seen, the versus keywords are a lot softer, and so I target things like the tweet hunters versus hype furies. Take advantage of the recurring commissions. I believe it's 30% recurring, um, and go for those types of ones that you can convert well. You have social media related historical links and being in that sector. It's where I'd go as an affiliate and then try and do as much recurring SaaS, social media, fun stuff as possible, and then use all of the recreate the main couple, uh, retain as much of that as possible, and don't like get done in by negative link velocity by like gradually losing those as people realize that that page doesn't exist anymore.
Hmm. Thank you. Thank you, Andrew.
I mean, I would agree with Jamie. The verses or alternatives. I think if you kind of go into the weeds, so there's he's a tweet hunter, and obviously tweet hunter is a great tool. I've used it, and 30% is awesome. But there's also a lot of like long tail tools that will pay you that much or more, and you can throw verses in with those versus the big guns, even if they don't perform. They're not better than tweet hunter, but they're cheaper. You know, the payout can still be good, and there's not going to be many big players that are going against the smaller ones. But I would do a similar thing. Not you could even as you grow, like you'd focus maybe on the social media piece, and then maybe you can go broader. uh but there's so much there. There's so many tools, like Buzz Social and just
Okay. Do you think it's a potentially built website is any good for Lasso, for scaling up with Lasso?
Oh, you're saying if you built this and then use
Yeah.
Lasso? Look, if you want to
Yeah.
monetize it with affiliate links, I think that you should use Lasso. Obviously, it would make it a lot easier. You could certainly do it without, um, but you're just going to want to move a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll help you find the affiliate programs that you don't know exist for these small companies. We'll make sure you hook it up that they're actually monetized, and then you'll look at the stats and you'll determine what's not working. People don't click on that button, remove it.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, guys, for sharing your thoughts. I'll share my screen just once again for just a short moment. So, as you've noticed, this in this special edition of our Odys Talks live stream, we do not have any of the Odys mentors with us. Well, because obviously it's a Lasso special. But if you've gotten interested in this particular domain or anything else, you can go to Odys.global or marketplace.odys.global. If you already do have an account with us, or if you don't, just uh, submit your access request and you'll get approved pretty quickly. You can also mention that you've heard about us uh, in the Odys Talks live stream. This will help us fast track your application. And you can basically, you can you can book a call with one of our mentors. So in this particular case, this domain is attached to Tim Schmidt, who's a high-profile digital marketer and SEO. He's been in the game for over 20 years. Um, he's been a couple of times on Odys talks as well. If you want to talk to other people, we also have other mentors such as Kyle Claver, uh, Rick Zulo, Gabor Duli, and Sarah Sanchez. So yeah, this is what I wanted to mention as well. So yeah, we do have like people from within the industry who will help you not just choose the right domain, but will also help you develop a viable strategy for building out a site on it, and yeah, a strategy for monetizing it, the one that will actually be effective and will bring you revenue. And yeah, and then you can everything you have to do is just hook it up with Lasso.
So you guys
and
have
see your
Charles
income go.
Float. You have Charles Float as one of your mentors, right?
No, no, no. He's been one of the like experts, just like
Gotcha.
Jamie when we've had the expert picks initiative. It was like several months back when we wrapped it up and decided to restructure the entire thing and move to the mentors concept. So right now, all of our mentors, they create video blueprints that are also exclusively attached to each particular domain, and they are available as well for strategy calls depending on their schedule. Yeah, so Charles didn't have the time to either do the video blueprints or to do strategy calls because like he's
He's a
always
busy
in
man.
consultations. Yeah, oh yeah, he is, and a fun guy as well. Yeah. So why did you ask?
Oh, because I was going to say it'd be a great free way to get on a call with Charles then.
Mm, well, yeah. Well, Charles is a great and fun dude, and yeah, he's pretty smart to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So before we start wrapping things up, uh, where can our viewers find you on social media? Where can they contact you? Uh, Before you get to that, I want to mention that if you want to check out Lasso, you can find the link in the description box and just go straight away to the website, check the tool out. It's pretty much everything is out there. And I think if you need any, if you have any questions, uh, the company's team will gladly help you out. So yeah, guys, where can our viewers and listeners find you on socials?
You could definitely go to getlasso.co. If there's a chat bubble everywhere, you may roll the dice and be lucky, and you might chat with me or Jamie or anyone else on the team. On Twitter, Jamie's at JamieIF. I'm at Andy Phoebe. And I will just not ever use Facebook because I just hate everything about it. So Twitter.
And LinkedIn, right?
Yes, and LinkedIn.
By the way, Jamie, do you have a LinkedIn account? I couldn't find you there.
I need to get more active. It's not under like the IF name. It's under my. I need to like get them all lined
Okay.
up so I can start doing LinkedIn stuff.
All right. All right. Anything else you guys would like to mention?
You know,
I think
if you're go ahead, Jamie.
I just want to mention that if you listen to the Niche Pursuits podcast, you'll know that one of the best, most
well
liked, trustworthy marketers and great guy Jared Bauman recently did. I think it was a really good and we this is to test, get the data, and report what you truly find. Recently tried out AAWP and he switched last month
and see what
happened. The number of pages he had on his site, June and July, were within 1% of each other. And the conversions and the revenue he earned were 88% higher in July. Um, we it's easy to go, oh, we're so great or whatever, but um, feel to do your own checking, or if you trust, that's another. We didn't pay him. You can't. I would have loved to, be corrupt and hand everyone out checks to say what we want, but this is, completely separate to that. And so, we're pleased to have helped Jared, double almost. Want to help everyone else do that, and it brings me and Andrew personally a lot of joy to be able to help, scale people's affiliate businesses. And yeah, like
Accountable, and we are, we're saying test it out.
and tell us.
Hear it.
And I just want to add that our customers have come to rely on Jamie's expertise or mine or anyone on the team, and so when you're working with us, if you just want to throw in an SEO idea or concerned about something, and they just talk with us, and even if it's not Jamie replying, it goes into our Slack channel. We discuss it as a team, and like the battle is so close to our hearts. We want you to win, and if we, aside from like literally writing the articles for you, like we will certainly try and help you get there. So Jared obviously is a really smart guy. His site is awesome. But even if you're just starting out, like we can give you insights we've learned from all of our customers to help your specific site get what it needs.
Yeah, awesome. You guys really sound like the epitome of actions speak louder than words. Because you're right there in the middle of it. That's really cool. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up right now. Andrew, Jamie, thank you very much for your time for this conversation. It was really a great time. A lot of actionable information, a lot of valuable information to reflect on. For me as well, even though I'm not an affiliate. Uh, Everyone watching, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you're not yet subscribed. I'm being told, SEO expert Sandy Rowley says that our referral code in Lasso URL is not working. So I'll get back to that after the live stream, and we'll check it. We'll try to fix it
Just
if it's broken.
getlasso.co,
Yeah, but you
and in
can
the
go.
chat box, just be like, what the fuck? And we'll sort you out.
Awesome. Awesome. And yeah, if you aren't yet if you don't have yet have access to the Odys marketplace, just go to marketplace.odys.global, submit your request, you'll get approved pretty much right away. So yeah, next time we're going to have another Lasso special, but Lasso. Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Uh,
That's news to me.
another Odys Talk special, and this one is that one is going to be completely dedicated to the new Odys marketplace. We're going to dive deep into all the new features, mentors, new services, the new designs, and the things you might have skipped while looking through product pages. We'll try to sort it out within that hour or so next week, together with our CEO Alex Drew. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, listening. So